Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miist back again for another video today. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're here again for yet another video. Today we're going to be talking about every movie I watched last week. And I had a crazy good week. I watched 17 movies last week, which is absolutely one of the highest I've ever had. I think that's probably top 2 or top 3 for most amount of movies watched throughout a week. So that's quite impressive. Obviously, that's quite insane. That is a lot. And I mean, yeah, let's get right into it. Starting it off with, of course, my least favorite watch of the week, which was Uglies. And let this die with Divergent. Don't make another one. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on to Dirty Grandpa. Mel this week made a nice bucket of movies for us to watch, literally a huge bucket of movies to watch. And we're gonna watch them all, hopefully, over the next couple of years or whatever. Whenever we can't decide what we want to watch, we're just gonna pick out of that bucket, and then it's just gonna be a random movie, and we're gonna watch it. So there's movies we've talked about, we both wanted to watch. It's in my watch list, it's in her watch list. So there's some that I want to watch, some that she wants to watch. So yeah, I mean, we watched this. Overall, not much to really enjoy here. I don't find it's not very funny. It's quite stupid. I rated it 24 out of 100. Moving on to one of the themes of the week, which is Terminator. I finally watched all of the Terminator movies for the first time. I've never seen a single one of them, so that was really exciting, and I got to watch all 6 this week. So we're actually starting it with number 6, which is my least favorite, in my opinion. So all I wrote for my review was, bro, what is the timeline? I'm so confused. I don't know where this is in the timeline. The timeline got super fucked, and I just am lost. I'm confused. But overall, I didn't really enjoy this one. 30 out of 100. And the fact that another kind of mini theme of the week is Monster High, which I watched with Mel. These are some iconic childhood movies from Mel. We watched Fright On, and this is actually above Terminator, which is quite surprising. I ranked this at 34. It's like the highest a 1.5 star could be for me. So yeah, I honestly, this movie was just totally fine. I just didn't really enjoy anything about this movie. So yeah, I mean, a 34 out of 100. Plus it's spooky season, so monsters. Mel honestly has no memory of ever watching this movie, but we were watching them in order of release. So we're starting it off with, of course, this one. Moving on to actually the second one, which is Monster High, Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love? I ranked this a 40 out of 100, so I liked it a little bit more. I don't know if Mel ended up ranking it yet or not. I should check. I don't think she has yet, no. So I'm intrigued to see what she's going to rank it, because I'm sure it's going to be around a 2.5 to 3 star, because I'm sure they don't hold up as much as they used to from when she was a child, but... why did I say it like that? Anyways, from when she was a kid. But yeah, I didn't really like this one either. Crazy that this has a 3.7 average, though. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. Let's move on to Terminator Genesis, which I ranked a 45 out of 100. And this movie, I mean, it's fine. I wish there weren't so many recasts throughout the franchise. Basically the only one that's actually there full-time, and literally the only one in every movie is Arnold, which I'm very happy about, because honestly this year Arnold has become one of my favorite actors. Honestly, I love him so much, especially throughout these Terminator movies. He is just awesome as a Terminator. It's truly like one of the best castings, honestly, ever. It's absolutely amazing, and I love Arnold in everything that he's in that I've watched. So I quite enjoy that. Overall, this movie, a 45 out of 100. It was fine. It's on the edge of bad, I'd say, but it was fine. Speaking of fine, Godzilla raids again. This is the second Godzilla movie ever made. This one is just a total perfectly fine movie. A 50 out of 100 for myself. Overall, there's a lot of narrating throughout this film that it's weird narration as well, because it's literally narrating what's about to happen and just show me, instead. And at times, at least, it was like that. So it was kind of weird. Didn't really enjoy that, but yeah, I want to go through more Godzilla movies. I don't know if you can tell, but here. I got some new Godzilla pops this week from Mel. So shout out Mel. I got the 1984 and the 1954. So I gotta actually watch the 1984 movie. It's all new pops, by the way. It's from a new set. But yeah, gotta watch the 84 one, which I'm gonna do this week, I think. So yeah, 50. Anyways, moving on to Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. I feel like this one is probably the funniest Arnold is as a Terminator, although he's honestly quite funny in all of them. I think so, at least. I rate this one a 56. And you can see in my review, I'm starting to really only care about Arnold, and that's really all I looked forward to with the last 3 movies after that. And there wasn't a lot of Arnold, really, so that was hard. That was unfortunate for me, but yeah, I mean, a 56 out of 100, it was fine, it was just fine. Let's move on to Terminator Salvation, which I would say I enjoyed this one a little bit, for sure. I rank this one a 63 out of 100. This is one of those movies that is absolutely insane because it has a great cast and no one's ever heard of it. So, that's insane. Also, I've been in a bit of a Mick G era, I guess, lately as well. Watching The Two Babysitters last week, then watching Uglies and Terminator Salvation this week. So, shout out McG, I guess. I seem to be higher on his movies than most people as well. So, yeah, kind of surprising, I guess. Anyways, a 63 out of 100. I enjoyed the movie. It's not my favorite movie. It's decent. So let's move on to another decent movie. And this is actually a movie that's been on my watch list for a long time, and it was actually recommended to me by a coworker of mine as well, but Tombstone, which I ranked a 65 out of 100. There's some very cool scenes and very cool shots throughout this movie, but overall I didn't really find myself intrigued or loving any of the characters a whole lot. And I don't know. It was a decent movie. I didn't hate it by any means. This is one that I would like to rewatch though. So maybe one day I will rewatch it. But yeah, 65 out of 100. It's pretty decent, I would say. So yeah, especially the backdrop I have that you can see. Really cool scene. Really enjoyed that. Let's move on to one movie that's been getting a whole lot of gas lately from Netflix, Rebel Ridge. Definitely better than Uglies, I'll say that. But yeah, 68 out of 100. I seem to be a little bit lower on this movie than most people. I ranked it a 3-star. Seen a lot of people rank it a 3.5, 4. My mom watched it. She ranked it a 3.5. So yeah, I mean, overall, I thought it was a decent movie as well. It's technically pretty high up for my 2024 releases because there's a lot of movies that are just under that. But yeah, I mean, overall, decent movie. That I enjoyed, to say the least. And I really like Aaron Pierre. I'm excited to see more of him in the future because I feel like he's going to start being in a lot more things. So that's cool and exciting. Let's move on to really how I started the week with Speak No Evil. I went to go see this in theaters with Ryan. We both enjoyed it. And of course, all the gas this movie is getting right now is because of James McAvoy. He's absolutely fantastic in this movie, of course. He's truly one of the best actors working right now, and I think he deserves more roles and more acting, and just, he's absolutely fantastic. He's truly phenomenal. I do want to watch the original Speak No Evil because I've never seen that one, so I feel like I should, and it's been on my watch list, to be fair, so I feel like I should definitely watch it now. I should have watched it this week, to be fair, but yeah, I mean, a 72 out of 100. I did enjoy this movie. At times I wanted to put it at a 3-star, but the ending was quite awesome. I did quite enjoy the ending. It just felt really long to get to the eventual turn. So, which I don't like that kind of thing. I don't like a really drawn out turn or a really drawn out reveal. So that took some time, but yeah, overall, that's just an issue I have, really. So 72 out of 100, definitely still enjoyed it. To say the least. So now we're on to the top 5, which is definitely not the best top 5 ever, but definitely some movies I enjoyed. Starting it off with The Terminator, which I ranked a 75 out of 100, so a pretty good movie, one that I did enjoy and I had a good time with. And this is gotta be one of the most influential pieces of sci-fi filmmaking. Shout out James Cameron. I've been going through some of his movies this week, obviously. Watching Terminator and T2, which we'll talk about here soon. Now I'm going to finish his filmography in this upcoming week as well, because that's some stuff, or there's a few things there. I think there's 3 movies I gotta watch. I think it's The Abyss, Titanic, and True Lies. Anyways, this is absolutely gotta be one of the most influential pieces of sci-fi filmmaking, like I said. And I think this is a really good movie. Like I said, ranked at a 75 out of 100, but this is one I would like to rewatch as well. And that final scene of the Terminator robot coming out of the truck and fire was absolutely epic and awesome. Really, really enjoyed that. And the start of a huge franchise now spanning over 35 years or something. So that's pretty cool too. Let's move on to another mini theme for the week, which is Evil Dead Rise, which I ranked an 83 out of 100. I really enjoyed this movie, and I'm so glad I finally get around to watching these movies. I watched both of the newer Evil Deads. I watched the original Evil Dead trilogy way back when, in I think around the winter of 2022, so it's been a little while. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, it was the very end of 2022, I believe. I think it was some movies I watched, New Year's Eve. Anyways, really enjoyed this movie. I ranked it at 83 out of 100. A great, gory horror blockbuster that I really, really enjoyed. And this movie has perhaps the absolute greatest intro title screen ever. It was fucking amazing. I literally stood up and audibly, I was stunned. I've seen a lot of people talking about that as well, so I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that way, because that was fucking epic. It was so fucking good. It is my backdrop, just without the actual title card. I wish it was there. It'd be pretty cool, but yeah, an 83 out of 100. Lots of enjoyment from this movie, but I actually preferred the 2013 Evil Dead, which I ranked an 85 out of 100. Now, maybe I think this is kind of me being in the minority. It seems like this one has a higher average rating than Evil Dead Rises, but from what I see, a lot of people gas up Evil Dead Rise more than Evil Dead, but this one really, I feel stays really classic to the originals, which is pretty nice, and I do quite enjoy that. It doesn't really have an effect on my ranking. There's so much gruesome, bloody body horror in this movie, and that really gets to me. I was never really good with blood growing up, and body horror is the worst horror for me. It's the scariest horror for me. So 2 really good, effective pieces of horror from both of them. And again, they're really both of them are just absolute bloody gore fest, but I really like both of them quite a lot. So I definitely recommend both because they're both really great. So let's move on to Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which I ranked at 89 out of 100. So almost gets the 4.5, not quite. But I did enjoy this film quite a lot. I did find myself at times feeling like this was pretty long, so I would like to rewatch it because it just felt long at times, but I was also quite tired, and I knew I was tired watching this movie as well, but it was a little over 2 hours, and I did feel the runtime at times, so, but this is a fucking amazing action film. The opening chase scene is fucking awesome. It's so good. This movie was really, really great, and there is lots to enjoy here, especially the action. So, and really, speaking of action, let's move on to what is my favorite watch of the week, which is Free Guy, which is also a very special one because I finally got to show it to Mel for the first time. First time she ever seen it, and this is a movie I've been talking about our entire relationship because I've been wanting to rewatch it so badly, and it's also my 500th movie of the year, 500th unique watch, 500th watch of the year, so that's pretty awesome. I'm about a little less than 20 movies away from 500 unique films of the year, but still. This was the goal. This was my biggest goal for the year, so I'm glad I was able to hit that. That's really exciting. And yes, this is a movie I quite love dearly. I really, really enjoy this movie. I have a lot of fun with this movie, and I just had a lot of fun rewatching it again. And honest, like legitimately, the like 10 minutes of Ryan Reynolds fighting dude or guy fighting dude is literally just one of my favorite scenes in cinema. Honestly, I truly love it, especially the cap shield, the Chris Evans cameo, the lightsaber, what was it after that? The Fortnite pickaxe, and then the Ghostbusters gun. I don't remember what the name of the gun is, but yeah, I mean, absolutely epic, and I'm surprised. I thought it was going to lower this, but I kept it at a 90 overall. So it is my favorite of the week, and like I said, my my 500th movie of the year. So with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.